Live from isolation, it is Sitting with Seawolves with your host, Mr. Lavanco, and today's special guest, Mrs. Camarinos. And now, here's Mr. Lavanco.
Welcome everyone to the third episode of Sitting with Seawolves. I am so happy you're joining me today. But before we begin, I want to give a very special shout out to Mrs. McLaughlin, who this week gave birth to a beautiful baby girl, Grace Patricia. That makes the second sea cub that has joined our family while we've been in isolation with baby Jacob Racinos and now baby Grace. Mom's doing well, dad's doing well, baby Grace is doing well. So, make sure you send your congratulations away to Mrs. McLaughlin. Now, no time to waste. We are getting right into my next guest. She is a huge member of the Scholars family. I don't think I have time to run down the resume and all the things that she has done. If I did, show would be over. So without any further ado, here is my next guest. Give it up nice and loud for Mrs. Camarinos. Mrs. Camarinos, thank you so much for joining me on Sitting with Seawolves. I am so happy to have you here. It is a pleasure to have you on the show.
It's a pleasure to be here. And what joy you bring during this very, very strange time for all of us. I know from the Scholars family, from my family, you have brought joy into our homes the last 3 weeks. So I'm super excited to be here.
I really appreciate that. Thank you. I'm just glad people are watching. I'm just sitting here out on the bay. I got a camera crew here. I got my producers, my writing team, the lights. I could be doing this for nobody. So I'm just really glad that you are taking the time to watch with the rest of the Seawolf community. Makes me feel good. So I'm glad you're enjoying these. How's life? What's new? What's going on in the world of Camarinos?
Well, there's nothing new because we have been doing the same thing for the last 6 weeks over here at the Camarinos house. Me and my husband and my son stuck in our home, but we're having a good time. If you're going to ever be stuck with anybody, be stuck with a 1-year-old because they don't know what's going on and they only see the happy. So it is good to see the world through his eyes right now.
And I'm sure he's running around, giving you a ton to do and keeping you busy, and Mr. Camarinos. I want to make a quick shout out to him for letting you be a guest on the show this week. I know, I haven't seen him in a while, just so that people at home know. You are gracious enough to let me borrow him for once a week. Your wingman becomes my wingman once a week on the ice. He is the Adam Banks to my Charlie Conway, even though, I play center and he scores all the goals. But I miss seeing him and I miss having him around. So I know you get him one extra night a week. But I'm glad to hear he's doing well as well.
He is, and he is enjoying passing it down to the next generation. So we've had that part of hockey in our lives.
Is he working on that one-timer? Is he
working on the one-timer? I think he's got it down. Who's the one-timer? Who's the one-timer kid from Mighty Ducks?
Oh, that's Fulton Reed. Takes the side.
That's what he's called, Fulton here.
Love it. Well, just make sure you don't have any plates, vases, or anything valuable when he winds up, because that could shatter. It's
going to happen.
Okay. I look forward to it. I know I'm going to get the pictures and the curse words. So I look forward to that day. So no new hobbies, nothing exciting?
I feel like I need to address something because I have the whole Scholars community here. There is something new that has happened to me during these 6 weeks that is concerning to everybody. I apparently have what is now known as RZF, which is resting Zoom face. That is starting to concern the community at large. I'm getting messages during faculty meetings if I'm okay. And I feel happiness in my heart. I feel good. I think it's just my face.
It's not translating.
No, because I'm smiling here and you're going to see some really awkward smiles throughout this. to show everyone that I'm good on the inside and the outside. But it has been very funny to watch as people send me pictures of myself. It is something that no one needs to be concerned about. Mrs. Vieira said she wanted to send me flowers because she thought I was so down. But I'm doing great. I got these good glasses, covered up when I need to.
Okay.
I'm doing good.
Well, I'm gonna have to pay more attention in the meetings that we're in together to see that RZF to make sure that you're okay and everything's all
I'm
right.
doing great.
All right. Well, that's good to know. We want to know that. We want to make sure everyone's doing okay. You know, you are one of the many wonderful ELA teachers that we do have at Scholars Academy. So and I'm sure you have a passion for literature. You read books all the time. But I guess what I would want to know is, what's the worst book you've ever read?
The worst book I ever read, I didn't finish, so it's moot. The book I dislike the most is definitely Catcher in the Rye, and I'm sorry to whichever English teacher at our school teaches it. I know it's taught upstairs. It's a wonderfully written book, very well written, but Holden Caulfield is one of the most despicable little teenagers I've ever had to put my eyes on. And he's like that kid you don't want to have in your class. He's rich, he's spoiled, he's bratty, he's got a problem with everybody.
But he scribbled out the curse words on the wall.
Yeah, he scribbled out the curse words on the wall. He's horrible. I read him 3 times. My professor said, like, at different phases in your life, like, you have to keep reading them. I read him in high school, I read him during my master's degree, and then I read him when my brother, who I find to be like a halfway intelligent human being, told me that book he ever read. I read it again. At no phase in my life have I ever related to this kid. So
all right, that's fair. That is a completely well thought out response. In typical ELA fashion, you had a beginning, middle, and end.
Thank you.
Excellent. Quick little thesis statement on that. I appreciate that.
Thank you. Thank you for
you nailed that. But on the subject of writing, I don't want to expose you, put you on blast here on the show, but is there a word that you just always happen to misspell?
There are 2 words that I always misspell. Okay. Definitely and necessary.
Okay.
And like everyone spells necessary wrong. Like, yeah. Let's be real. Like everybody spells it. But definitely I cannot get right. Definitely. E-T. It's I-T.
It's finite.
Come on. I get it wrong. Oh. I've never used that.
There you go.
I also spell separate wrong.
Oh yeah, the A and the E.
Yeah,
I've done that before. I'm with you on that. The one I always get wrong is embarrass.
Really?
Yeah, 2 R's, 2 S's.
2 R's, 2
Sometimes
S's.
I throw 1 R. And I never happen to embarrass myself ever. Like last week when I misattributed the quote to my Moana instead of Lilo and Stitch. Ohana means family.
Yes, Ohana means family.
That was embarrassing for me, but thank God I don't have to spell it because I would have spelled it wrong.
Oops.
So, all right, I'm with you. I'm not perfect. I misspell stuff all the time. Let's. I want another question here. I got another one. I want to stick within the realm of literature. If, and this is, I'm heavily stressing the word if. Presuming that you are a wizard, okay, and you went to Hogwarts, what would your Patronus charm be?
Mr. Lavanco, this is a rough question for me. So, I've been an English teacher for 10 years. And I don't lie.
What?
I don't lie ever.
Okay.
I avoid really well. And this is unavoidable because you got me on the spot.
What are you doing to me right now?
I've never read Harry Potter.
Are you serious right now?
I'm so embarrassed.
Well, thankfully you don't have to write embarrassed. But You and I have had conversations about Harry Potter.
I've never lied. I just talk my way around it.
I am floored here.
I have told you stories about other people in Harry Potter and their lives, but I've never ever lied about myself. I've just avoided.
Folks, for the first time on Sitting with Seawolves, I'm completely speechless. I don't even know how to transition into the next question because I had another Harry Potter question here. I know Miss White, who is going to be watching this, is probably throwing things in her apartment, in her house, because she is beside herself in this moment in life. I don't even know if we can continue this interview. I feel betrayed in a way, honestly.
You should.
So I'm just going to throw away that card and move on to the next one. Shifting gears completely. You are a member of the 8th grade team, a very proud team, a very big team. Arguably one of the more fun teams in Scholars Academy. I'm sure there are many grade levels who would like to take that throne. But I think 8th grade would put up a good fight. But who do you think is going to have the weirdest hobby after this is all over?
On the 8th grade team?
Yeah.
You are included?
I mean, hold on. Before we begin, before you answer, I mean, come on. Look at me. I got my own show. I am seen by dozens of people on a weekly basis. I am sitting in Jamaica Bay.
Sure.
I'm winning here. So cross my name off that list.
Done.
You know what? I'm excluded.
Done.
Next one.
I mean, I got to go for the obvious.
Okay.
Like, you give me a question like this, I go Bierman every time.
That's true. That's a good one. I wasn't even thinking about him, but now that you mentioned it, you're absolutely right. He is
you can't know.
Prime candidate. What do you think that's going to be? Let's speculate.
It's got to be like extreme couponing. And like he's like collecting coupons for like toilet paper, but he can't get the toilet paper, and he's going to talk to you about how he couldn't get toilet paper. Or it's like beekeeping.
Beekeeping, yeah.
Like I could see him in his backyard beekeeping. He's got 3 kids. Like you got to do something.
Right, honey's expensive. And we got those murder hornets coming in from the West Coast.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, beekeeping, I would put it at the top of the list. I also would think he might pick up like a weird instrument because we know he's very musically inclined. He plays guitars, he plays string instruments. So maybe like a sitar, like.
I don't know what a sitar is, but it sounds like Seawolves.
George Harrison, the Beatles, The Office, Andy Bernard, when they're doing the Moroccan Christmas, he's sitting there playing the sitar. Yeah, so that, or like the xylophone, like something completely out there.
I could see him playing the xylophone.
Yeah. All right. So, Mr. Bierman, if you're watching this, which you are because everybody's watching this, you're on blast. Figure it out, man. I'm going to make a hard right here. Put us in the Camarinos house right now. I'm going to set the scene for you.
Here we are.
I know you just mentioned toilet paper, right?
Yeah.
Roll of toilet paper in the bathroom is empty. So you got to put a new one on there. Okay. Take it out of the wrapping or the plastic, whatever it comes in. And you're going to put it on the toilet paper holder. Do you go paper coming down in the front or down from the back?
You're exposing everything about me.
That's what we do here in Sitting with Seawolves. This is the modern day Barbara Walters, Inside Edition, Dateline, whatever. We are getting to the hard truths of the Scholars Academy family.
Yeah, and some things that I've been really battling with.
Yeah.
I don't put the toilet paper on the roll. I don't.
You just leave it there?
Like I go and I get it because it's in another room. And I go and I get it because I'm polite, and that's the polite thing to do. And then I leave it on the sink. Aggravate my husband purposely. Never ever go the extra mile. I want to.
What are you doing? What is your life right now?
I do the cooking. I do the cleaning. I don't do the cleaning. He does the cleaning.
You don't do the cleaning? I knew as soon as those words came out of your mouth, you were completely full of it. You do not do the cleaning. You just don't even put the. You don't even. You just said you don't put the toilet paper on the holder. Like, why would you not?
But I do judge him if he does not have it over.
Okay. All right.
All right.
All right.
So there you
That's
go.
the correct answer. It's over. You know,
There
whoever
you
puts it behind is absolutely out of their mind.
Maniac.
It's over. Okay. Good. Thank you. All right.
But I don't do it.
Okay. All right. 3 rights do make a left, and we did get to that answer eventually. But you know, it took us a while. So you mentioned your son Luke, who's just ripping slap shots all over the house, loving life because both parents are home, living large right now. He is an awesome little dude. It's only a matter of time before he becomes obsessed with dinosaurs. What's your favorite dinosaur?
My favorite dinosaur. So like, you got to really think this out, right? Like, it's my favorite dinosaur. Like, do I want to live with the dinosaur, or just like it? I need specifics.
Oh no, this is your favorite dinosaur, and it becomes your pet.
It becomes my pet. Okay, so now I got to think. Like, I got to think it out. Have you heard of the Unisaurus? Not like a unicorn. U-N-Y. Unisaurus.
Explain that for those who might not be familiar with. I love dinosaurs, so I know. So please explain this for me.
It's an omnivore.
Okay.
So it's not going to eat me. It's on the smaller side. It's 8 feet tall. So we're dealing with like 3 feet difference. Only 200 pounds. So there's only a couple of dogs. There's dogs that are a little bit less than that. So it's feasible that it could live in my home. And they're cute. Some of them look like tigers. They got the stripes.
Okay. I like this answer. So where would you not bring him? Obviously, because you could bring him around. He's like a larger pet, right? But where was one place you wouldn't want to bring your dinosaur?
Where do I not bring my dinosaur? I guess I wouldn't bring him to a circus, right? Or a carnival.
Okay.
The carnies are weird, and they're gonna take my dinosaur.
No.
The clowns are gonna freak me out.
The only time I've accepted carnies is The Greatest Showman. That's it. You've never seen Greatest Showman? No. Okay. Great. Musical theater. Hugh Jackman, objectively handsome individual. Zac Efron, also objectively handsome individual.
I saw High School Musical.
Okay. All right. I've seen High School Musical. We were both staff for the production of High School Musical 2 years ago in the middle school, which went
our last one.
That was which went incredibly well.
It was
and I think we'll all agree on Tuesday of that week we weren't excited.
No.
But the cast really came together, did a wonderful job. Shout out to everybody who was in High School Musical. Okay, so all right. Anyway, we've devolved.
Yeah. I'm letting it all out.
All right. Would you consider yourself capable of running an evil empire?
Well, I teach 8th grade, so some might say that I run an evil empire on a daily basis. However, I did name my son Luke, and for the Luke Skywalker fans and the Star Wars fans out there, you know that Luke's mom was, she was kind and she was good and not capable of running an evil empire. So I'm going to push myself to the good side. So no.
I'm going to accept that, especially this week being May the 4th. So I'm going to accept that as a good answer.
Thank you.
All right. Just a couple more minutes left here with you. But before we go, how do you feel about playing a game?
Let's do it.
All right.
I'm ready.
So this game is going to be called Box of Lies. And we're just going to totally steal this from Jimmy Fallon.
I appreciate it.
A great show, great game on that show. So the way this works is I believe the producers of our show had emailed you 3 boxes. We're we're going to pretend they're real boxes. Okay, people. You know, money's a little tight, budget's a little thin here on Sitting with Seawolves. So you have 3 boxes. You've never seen these before. I've never seen them before. The producers had sent them out. So I'll go first. I'll describe mine first. You pick a box, 1, 2, or 3, and we'll do best of 3. We'll go best of 3. All right. So 1, 2, or 3. Well, actually, hold on, wait. Before I'm gonna just finish explaining. I jumped the gun here. I'm so excited to play. So the way this works is I'm gonna open a box, and inside I'm gonna have like a weird, wild, crazy object, and I have to choose either to describe the object as is or lie about it, and then you have to either say I'm telling the truth or if I'm lying about what's inside the box. Good?
Good.
Clear? You guys good to clear at home? Excellent. Great. So 1, 2, or 3, please choose your first box.
I'm gonna go with 2.
Box number 2. Okay, let's open this up here and let's see what we have inside. Okay. What I have here is a hot dog with a stick right in the middle, and an American flag sort of waving on the stick inside of the hot dog.
Corn dog, if you will.
No, I didn't say corn dog. I said hot dog.
You're lying.
Oh, I'm lying. It was binoculars looking at with 3D glasses. Yeah.
That's 1.
That's 1. 1 for you. 1 for you. Okay. Give me box number 3. Oh boy, here we go. Listen, folks, we don't no shenanigans here. There's no shenanigans on Sitting with Seawolves. We do this by the book. Everything is being seen for the first time when we do these games here. I'm not out to win anything. Oh boy, that is not a face I need to see.
All right. So I am looking at an elephant.
Okay.
Elephant has a mustache of sorts. The elephant's wearing red high heels. And seems to be somewhere in Central Park.
So earlier, you said that you are a terrible liar.
Brenda.
And this is so bad that I don't even think you can make this up. You're telling the truth.
A lie.
No, come on.
I don't even know what it is. It's a Shakespearean writing utensil with a feather on it, and some kind of fish I've never seen penning a postcard.
0 for 2. All right. Looks like I'm a loser once again on Sitting with Seawolves. That's right. Thank you for playing Box of Lies with me. You are a winner. Before you go, Mr. Camarinos, how you doing tonight?
Looking good, man.
Thank you. Thank you. Just, sitting in the bay. Not a big deal.
Very nice.
What are you getting out of the freezer?
Ice cream.
Nice. Nice. What flavor?
Cookies and cream.
The best.
Right.
It's the best. Best flavor. Love it. Love it. Thank you for making an appearance on the show tonight.
Happy to.
Still going. You're recording.
Oh, all right. Well, see ya.
See ya.
I won in Box of Lies, by the way.
Oh, good.
Thank you.
Camarinos are very competitive.
Thank you very good.
What? I don't even want to ask you the last question. I feel like that was the perfect way to end the show. But I do want to ask you this because I feel like it is appropriate. We have graduation coming up soon. You are 8th grade teacher. What would 13-year-old you tell the present day you?
13-year-old me would tell present day me to relax a little bit. Stop taking yourself so seriously. They don't have to push their chairs in all the time. They're 13 years old. They don't have to make everything so perfect all the time. You were a slob. They'll figure it out. They always do. Relax.
Perfect advice. Love that. Love you. Love Mr. Camarinos. Love baby Luke. Thank you so much for being on Sitting with Seawolves. Really appreciate it.
Thanks for having me. It was so much fun.
Everyone, we'll see you next time.